shouts. To fight them, a fire engine like this is packed with around 250 different pieces of equipment. But now brigades also carry cameras, and they can make the difference between life and death.
Dawn in Bradford, West Yorkshire, and a plastics factory is turned into a toxic fireball. A fire brigade cameraman captures the action as 50 firefighters go into battle surrounded by poisonous gases. This video will later be shown to new recruits learning to use breathing apparatus. In fact, video is so effective in training that every fire brigade in Britain now has cameras.
This is a one-off which you could not really stage. This is the real world, this is a real risk. No textbook's going to explain that, basically.
Come back, Aki!
Fire video is also used as evidence. Here, West Yorkshire firefighters are at their biggest ever shout. 32 pumps have been called to a huge fire at a chemical plant. More than 400 different substances are made here, but the company, Allied Colloids, hadn't been storing them properly. As the heat increases, drums explode, sending balls of flame 100 feet high. The video was part of the investigation which followed. The company was fined £100,000. Fire brigades around the world have since used it as an example of how to fight chemical fires. But cameras don't just record fires, they're increasingly important in actually fighting them, aiding crews who otherwise can't see what they're tackling.
When crews are entering a building that's on fire, the first thing they meet is smoke, the heat of the fire, humidity when they've used water to extinguish the fire. They're blind, they're using the senses of touch, they're using the senses of hearing.
Thanks to thermal image cameras, instead of seeing this, firefighters can see this. In spite of thick smoke, they know exactly where the heat is and where the fire is spreading. When this school caught fire in Chester, 500 children were safely evacuated and the blaze contained fast with the help of thermal pictures from a helicopter. They showed the fire spreading down a corridor, an added danger for firefighters on the ground.
The large volumes of smoke were obscuring any clear view as to where the fire was travelling. The thermal image camera actually was able to trace very quickly where this fire was travelling, and then we were able to deploy our resources safely and effectively. It's equivalent to making a blind person see.
Now thermal imaging is being used in the very latest firefighting camera, Command Eye. Fitted into the helmet, it beams pictures like this back to fire commanders in a mobile control unit.
The officer in charge can see exactly what the crews are coming up against. Obviously, if he goes into a building and they notice that there's 4 casualties and there's only 1 crew in there, it will enable him to mobilise more crews and send more people into that building to rescue.
But a skyscraper blaze is perhaps every firefighter's worst nightmare. The NatWest Tower in the City of London is Britain's 2nd tallest building. It has 42 floors, and 500 people were inside when this fire began. From the air, thermal cameras again gave firefighters vital information. They could see the fire was in a cooling tower right at the top. Building plans showed the other 2 hotspots were just the heating system. The fire was brought under control in minutes, and everyone got out safely.